Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Quick Run OvenBreak, where after spending probably what I think would accumulate to 3 hours of non-stop running and non-stop trying to get this plumbing stuff done, I managed to go ahead and finally finish up the whole entire stuff in regards to Thief at Large in Yakgwa Village. What do I mean by that? Well, I got a pretty decent score. I got the top 9% using the provided Combi. Obviously, I could have gotten higher. I could actually get up to a 1.5 million if I were just really good, which I'm not, but I can tell you for certain that using this Combi, you can get majority of the stuff done, and also, after I do my one full run, I will show you all of the extra story missions that you can provide from these little secret missions that you can do. Now, I want you to know, trying to get L+ rank was probably difficult, but you know what you needed for that one? Actually, no. Yeah, actually, this Combi did work, but can I just tell you, that was for something else. I was thinking of a different mission. But what you need to actually complete this is over here. Vagabond's fully completed. But there are 2 different types of Vagabond, like, eyes that you can get, I think. This. As you can see here, Vagabond Gaze, that's the eyeballs. But there's 2 different types I can tell you. There's one for destruction points and one for coin points. Destruction points is good, but coin points is way better. And when I say way better, I mean way better. So, once you have that, and you also have the Vagabond accessory of the permanent mini magnetic aura, as well as the Vagabond expression where it creates gold Yakgwa jellies when obstacles are destroyed, which also has an assistant, or it's destroyed by an assistant. It gives you 50,000 points for Yakgwa jellies things, or whatever. Then, these are pretty good. If you're wondering for slot 1, this is what... This should just be a profile picture by itself. I'm glad that I can give you all this entertainment. Now, I might make that as like a bonus short. I might just spend like 5,000 of these just doing all that and just seeing what random combinations you can get. It'd be fun. But, with that being said, this is definitely not the best combi that you can use. Obviously, you can have improvements like you can upgrade your treasure, which, by the way, I got like a bunch of extra one of these, but I think in one gacha, I got like 2 of these, 1 other treasure, no, 2 other treasures, and also an extra magic lamp. Just because, why not? So, anyway, with that being said, also, there's the opportunity that if you have costumes, you can use them. I, unfortunately, don't think I have any of those, so that's unfortunate. But, whatever the case is, there's really not much else I can do here, unless if I'm exact on the draw. So, let's go ahead and get through this, and then after this, I'll get my L+ gem rewards, because those are pretty good to try and gander at. And we can keep on pushing ourselves forward, and hopefully, probably by tomorrow, I can go ahead and record another video in regards to the plumbing government village, surviving the government office. You know, that whole entire game mode event. But, yeah, I want to make some videos on that because I am actually very close to getting all the endings done on that. Why did it take me so long? Well, it's because I was primarily getting, you know, the materials needed. I gotta restart right there. There's an important reason why I'm restarting. Because I didn't want to use Rebel Cookie's skill immediately. By the way, I ran into this so many times to the point where I had to, like, revive Rebel like crystals, I think 2 or 3 times. And let me tell you, I was just getting sick of it. But there's a reason why. Because whenever those little assistants appear, when it causes it so that whenever an obstacle is destroyed... Wait, did I... Oh no, wait a second. Did I... I'm gonna go back for a quick moment. I just want to check something. I did not want to try again. You gotta be kidding me. Stop. Go back. I'm wasting my attempts, I'll have you know. I just want to make sure of something. Please. I didn't swap back. This is what you don't want to use. That you make sure that you swap back, plebs. Then you can actually have the correct time. It's a good thing I made sure to check that the moment I just started the run. It's a good thing I just restarted in general. Anywho, let's get the actual run out of the way because I noticed it. Because I noticed I wasn't having a mini magnetic aura effect, as you can see with a bunch of those jellies. But it really does get the coin brooch flower things because it helps with all the coin bonuses. Because, you know, coin bonus is a big core thing for this. But there's a reason why I didn't decide to use my skill. It's because over here is going to be a big batch of things. These are right here. Bam. And that is pretty solid for a decent extra amount of points for your Yapjans. Yapjans? I don't know how the plebby would pronounce it. But whatever the case is, the best thing that I would recommend is use your plumbing rebel slams whenever there are the assistants in action. So that whenever you use them on obstacles that are present, you can get extra Yapjans out of them, which can provide a good amount of points. Like you can see right there, and you can see right there. That was pretty solid. Of course, you can't get all those jellies. Maybe it'd be better for you to, like, hit in the middle. But what matters is that as long as you're getting points, it's kind of fine. And of course, there's some times where like you don't need to use like your plebing big rebel slams, which is what I like to call them, or whatever the pleb I will end up calling them. But like sometimes you can use them just to make sure you don't overstock on them per se. Like a place you could have actually used it was right there. I just kind of forgot to because that's new there. And of course it's telling me, which fun fact, overrunning of this over and over again, I've actually noticed that that's something I really never paid attention to. It was the fact that it'd be like, hey, you know the amount of points that you currently have? Well, if you made that amount of points during this time, when you made it to this next section of the level, you might get less or more because we're just tracking down how many points your like average is. Which I think it's more or less supposed to be comparing it to your high score, but still you take what you can get, which I don't take anything over nothing. But anyway, back to this, which usually whenever your skill activates, it's one of the best times where you can have the assistants come out, because look at all these Yapshans coming out. Like, it's incredible. Like, all this loot and all these plebing rewards. Slam I didn't really need to use there, but may as well just use it up. Okay, I think, if you notice right there, in those jelly shapes, those were in the shape of a Yugwa cookie, and also some prisoners. Why? Well, why not? Because he's got to leave this prison anyway. Why this has to be done in Rumble Cookie's trial, I have no clue. But yeah, you can slam right there. Another thing you can do is, I would recommend that try slamming whenever there's like a flower from the flower brooch that you can try and collect, but you can't really just jump down to get it. You just have to like press that button, and then you just feel free to collect it, because it gives you points anyway for getting the brooch anyway. And plus you have to use Rumble Cookie's like little magic candy skill because, well, it can give you a lot of points, so why the pleb not use it as much as you plebing can? But that's just me. Probably after this, I'll probably record some more OvenBreak videos, because I got a couple more stored up in the tank before the Yakgwa update comes out, which will be soon, no worries. That would have been a good place to slam, but instead, just slam right here. Nice amount of jellies. If you want to, you could have slammed right there, but my skill activated anyway, so it didn't matter. So I'll probably just wait until the next bash, or next, whatever just group of assistants come out, because they can provide me just a couple more extra jellies, because why the pleb not? Sometimes you gotta perfectly time this stuff too. I don't know how many like rebel slams I can have, but right now there's just I got a lot stored up right here, so you can use some right here, just use some right there, and now I'm stocked back up at like a decent amount. Probably I'll just do one right there just for a bonus, because I am running out of energy. You can actually use some if you're risky enough, like right there, or like right before there, which you could have, but like trying to make those jumps is pretty tricky. But if you want a big amount of points, and then 2 jumps, nice, getting on that ledge is pretty hefty. But now we just go ahead and destroy everything with Yugwa cookie skill, whatever matters. And now, usually you don't have to spam it. I would say during Yugwa skill, somewhat time it out. So like, you wait like half a second before pressing the button again. You don't need to spam. But again, I would recommend that, like I failed to show, use the plebing skill with the magic candy, where you can chuck more of the Yugwa things, the medallions that they hold, while the plebing assistants are out. Because you get more plebing points that way. As you can see right here, I can destroy all those. And then just, the moment that your skill activates, just chuck. Because like you also got to make sure that you benefit both the assistant time and also when your skill activates. So like if there's no time, like if the assistants are immediately coming out, then just go ahead and just crank it. So may as well just use up as many opportunities to try and get as many points as you can. But like, I'm not a pro. I'm definitely not a pro. Like, have you seen me play this game? I ain't no pro. Have you seen my Champions League video? A pro would probably like do better. We'll break all these, and then hopefully break some more stuff. Because our skill is upcoming. Probably could have been some better opportunities to like hit some stuff right there, like right there, getting all those up top plebs. But I will activate the skill one more time. 3, 2, 1, and I think I do get a bonus potion, so which is pretty nice. I'll just crank out all these immediately. Yes. All right. Didn't get like any big or high score, probably because I did miss out on a couple points right there, but that's the best that I can do. Obviously, L plus rank is where you get to 1.4 billion 200 million. Well, 1 billion 420. That's how you get L plus. But I was able to do it on my first try with this setup, so most likely, honestly, if you just max out the treasure too, you could be able to do this easier, or maybe with any of the treasure. Who knows? But with that being done, now I can collect all of these, which gives me possibly like around, I want to say around 2,000's worth of gems. Probably a little bit more, a little bit less. I mean, currently I am upwards in gem amounts from running in Champions League in this game mode, which is definitely going to be helping because, I ran a lot in this, which I'm actually going to buy this just in case, because you never know. But I realize in the next update, not the Yeot one, but the one after, we're probably going to get some new Kiki lobby effects, which should be pretty interesting, which, hey, you can get Dreamweaver and everything else, why not? But that's only if you're really dedicated to, like, getting all these things, which, if you want to, you could try and clear out the shop, but, you'll just need a lot of gems if you have so many of them. But, with that being said, since we're finally done with the runs, we can go ahead and finish these up. So, the first one was destroying a bunch of obstacles. I'm pretty sure the best ones you can use for this are... Would it be? Yeah, I know it's Rebel, but was he... I think it was Rebel and his pet, and ironically, Yugwa's relay. And I think all the time you want to use the Brute Treasure, the Horse, because that also destroys, and also the Chapsel Bundle. So, just use those to help you destroy some stuff. And doing all that in the single run, I think you can also get that done as well. But that's what I can tell you for you, especially when you have the coin bonus. So, cheers to that. Here you go. New cutscene.
Young master, where are you going? And without me?
Yeah, Cookie. At least I got to see you one last time before I depart.
Depart? What do you mean, master? I thought I was supposed to go with you from the very beginning.
Our secret assignment is a road paved with nothing but poisonous thorns. There will be treacherous mountains and fierce rivers to cross, with nary a chance for a proper night's sleep. How could I possibly ask you to endure such hardship?
Pardon me, master, but stop uttering such nonsense. Where the needle goes, the thread must follow. How can I not be by your side, sire? Besides, just look at you.
Whatever do you mean?
Your pack is too shabby and light. You're too ill-equipped for the journey. You haven't even packed a change of clothes, and with your picky palate, you're gonna need more than just rations. On top of that, you even forgot to take your hape, your royal tiger badge.
My hape? Impossible. I could have sworn I placed it in my robes just before.
How could you possibly survive out there on your own? And besides, ever since we were young, I swore an oath that when you pass the civil exams, I'd stick with you no matter what. Come rain or shine, enjoy your hardships, I shall stay by your side. So enough talk, let's get moving. If we don't hurry, the sun will set while we're crossing the mountains.
Very well. We shall travel together then. Even the Yugwa tiger, even the Yugwa tiger seems pleased to have you with us.
Then, might I ride on a tiger as well? I've always dreamed of riding upon such a majestic creature.
Up aboard. We've got a long way to go, my friend. So it kind of shows more of their origin between Yeot and Yugwa, with how, I guess how much Yeot was like much of a trainer towards Yugwa, but also with, even before they arrived in the Yakgwa village, it showed how much like Yugwa and Yeot stick together, where specifically Yeot want to go like, well, I'm going to stick by your side no matter what. So there's that, which is adorable. Now, the next cutscene, which, by the way, I also got to do this. To skip, you'll see extra dialogue, which says, on the first day of his secret royal mission, Yugwa Cookie, anxious about the arduous journey ahead, attempts to leave without Yeot Cookie. Discovering this, the fervent Yeot Cookie insists on accompanying Yugwa Cookie in his mission, promising to stay by his side to come rain or shine. It makes me think also, how different would the story have been if Yugwa Cookie came without Yeot, and also forgot his own badge? Would they just have to travel all the way back? I don't know, but that's how it works. Now, for the 1,000 or the 16,000 jellies, honestly, I would say use the plebeian treasure. Well, not treasure, just use the same treasure. But I mean, the combi of like I think snake fruit and rubble as a relay. But use the plebeian uncooling teacup. If you're wondering which pet that is, it's this one, which is the main pet for. I'm pretty sure this is the main. Yeah, it's the main pet for General Jujubee. I didn't mean to swap out that. You saw nothing. If you saw anything weird, it's just my normal app stuff, so you don't care. Which, you know, it's a good thing that sometimes when I open OD Player, it sometimes tries to install apps that I don't want, and they're sometimes in the lewd variety. Which is weird, but they sometimes just does that. Anyway, onto my guide. Just use the combi of plebeian for, what was it, snake fruit, but the uncooling teacup, and use rubble as a relay. That one will definitely help you get the second mission done, which also, I think you can help with the fourth mission as well, but I don't think so. It could just be the combi trick, but whatever worked for you. Here we go.
Yeot! Get Yeot! Don't miss out on the Stacy stack. I'm not here forever, so step right up and get some Yeot. And also treat.
It looks tasty.
Oh, do you want to try some? Here, let me...
I would like to purchase some Yeot for these children. How much for a batch?
Do you children know this cookie?
You're selling Yeot, but don't know who he is? She's Okchun Cookie. She might not know us, but everyone in the Yakgwa village knows her. I know exactly who you are, little ones. I may not know everyone's names, but I do know everyone who resides here. We call this place our home. Hence, we're all neighbors, and children should never go hungry. Thank you so much, Okchun Cookie.
My. What a kind-hearted cookie. Don't worry about paying. This batch is on the house.
No, I insist. After all, a merchant must take coins and even just make coins to continue their trade.
Huh. Concern for my profits and well-being, too. It's no wonder the cookies of the Yakgwa village are so happy and hearty. Everyone here is so nice. Young master, before beginning our investigation, I may have come across a cookie who could aid us. Before you head over to the local office, perhaps you'd like to hear what I've seen and heard throughout the village?
So, Okchun and YEOT have had interaction before, and it gave YEOT Cookie a good impression of Okchun, which is good to note about, I guess, assistance in regard to how Vagabond will be treated later on. Who knows? But it says here, while working undercover as a YEOT peddler in the Yakgwa village, YEOT Cookie happens to meet Okchun Cookie. He is deeply impressed by her kind-hearted concern for the young cookies of the village. He plans to inform Yugwa Cookie of her, believing that she could be of great help in their investigation. Probably most likely of the criminal who is inside of the Yakgwa village, which they're still pinning the blame on playing Vagabond Cookie for, which I think is totally crude in every single way more than one. Anyway, 8,000 coins. Honestly, this one is a little bit difficult, I would say, but honestly, you could just use Rebel as the plebing main cookie, same pet for Rebel, and also, and by the same pet, I mean one right here, and ironically enough, Yugwa as the relay, but you gotta make sure that you're exact. I would recommend like trying to dive down whenever there's these coins available, destroy as many obstacles that you can with the Chapsel bundle, and I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but coin points, I don't think it makes much of a change, but that magnetic aura very much helps. Also, getting the gold Yapjian, yes, just gather up all you can with that, because that can certainly help out with your missions right there. Anyway, here we go.
Oh dear, I knew we needed to hurry. Night has fallen upon the mountains and we're still stuck here. Where won't we sleep?
There was no choice. I had to thoroughly inspect the roads where the offerings were being transported. As a royal investigator, I cannot afford to merely glance over things.
I suppose you're right. But what's that? Is that a light? Oh, it's a lone house in the middle of nowhere. Oh, hello? Is anybody here? We're weary travelers just passing through the area. May we stay here for the night, please?
Something is amiss here. And YEOT Cookie. Just because this place looks empty doesn't mean we can't enter without permission.
There's no harm in asking. Otherwise, we'll just have to sleep in the cold, hard ground. I might be okay with it, but you, being the light sleeper you are, definitely can't. And besides, you'll catch cold.
Relax, good friend. Easy does it. Even so, YEOT Cookie, we cannot enter this place without seeking the owner first.
Oh, see here, young master, the door's open. It looks like they're letting us inside. And something smells scrumptious. Look, there's a warm meal waiting for us on the table.
I see. And yet we have yet to encounter anyone here.
The door's been opened and a meal's been prepared. It's obvious that whoever lives here wants us to rest up here for the night. To decline such an offer is bad manners.
Everything about this place is suspicious. Why don't you go first.
These two are rather funny. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll up the ante and play some more tricks on them.
Stop. There's no need to play such foul tricks upon them.
Huh. They're eating my food, and they'll be sleeping in my house. They owe me at least a few pranks.
It's not a house. It's a shrine. And that's not food. That's just mud and leaves. You may have enchanted them into thinking so, but that tiger looks ready to pounce.
Naggy, naggy, nag, nag, nag. Fine, I'll leave them alone.
Huh? What? YEOT Cookie, stop eating. This is mud.
Master, you're about to jump down on a twig. What's happening? It's like we were possessed by ghosts.
So they just, where do they sneak into? Did they just sneak into a lone house? But, or maybe the house was an illusion, because it was all set up by Kamiho Cookie. But Kamiho ended up getting stopped by Gim because, well, Gim's always an exorcist. So that's weird. Kamiho has paranormal powers, huh? Or maybe that's just the result of the forest? I knew she had the powers of transformation, but that's something entirely different. Late at night, Yugwa Cookie and YEOT Cookie find themselves stranded on the mountain. They happen to come across a lone house in the middle of nowhere and discover a table set with a warm meal for two. As they enjoy the meal, they suddenly snap out of the trance and discover that they were eating nothing but mud, twigs, and leaves. The two are shocked and bamboozled, believing that they were possessed by ghosts. It's revealed that they were enchanted by none other than Kamiho Cookie. Enchanted? Would that have mean that they must have ran into Kamiho Cookie first? Because that's how she activates her, quote-unquote charm? Weird, but That's all I could really say about that. And then lastly, L+ rank. I basically showed you how to get it. Of course, my amount of points during this run, or during this recording, would not have been able to, but just with a little more optimization, and maybe upgrading the treasure, or using something else as a replacement, you definitely are bound to get it. But anyway, here's the very last cutscene. If it may load, please.
Hey, you! You're finally awake! How are you feeling?
Where am I?
Master, you're finally awake! I was so worried when you wouldn't wake up.
Please lower your voice. What happened?
Oh, you must have been keeping up some healthy habits. Very few can recover this quickly, especially after what you ate.
You're extremely lucky I was passing through the area. You were eating poisonous herbs.
I'm very sorry. The herbs look so fresh and appealing. I knew we should have packed more snacks and rations. We've run out of coins too, and after sleeping outdoors for days on end, everything's became a blur.
Enough with the blame and shame. By the way, you have my sincere gratitude. Could you kindly tell us where we are?
You're in Herbville. You're welcome to stay here and rest until you're fully recovered.
However, if you wish to stay, you must keep your urn, or just earn your keep. Dementia's kicking in. Your Yugwa tiger seems quite capable of navigating the woods. Perhaps the three of you can help gather some herbs with Bellflower Cookie.
Yes, it is only right that we repay your kindness and the medicinal treatment you provided. Again, we are very grateful.
Well then, it's settled. Bellflower Cookie has a tendency to get lost from time to time.
No, please don't tell them such things. Embarrassing. Never mind that. Please take your medicine first. Cookie aided me in brewing this tonic. Drink it while it's hot. Wait, where is it?
Ginseng Cookie did mention that you are somewhat forgetful too. Did you leave it on top of that cupboard?
Please take your time. By the way, who leads this village? Could you please tell me more about them? So, it was the first time in Herbville, and I forgot where Herbville was located. I thought it was located nearby the Lotus Palace, because both Bellflower and Ginseng were, released by the time that was a thing, right? I'm trying to remember how this, all formatted. Because I know Ginseng and Bellflowers were core cookies, because they befriended, I think it was Purple Yam and Malice Sauce. Because that's when they met Lotus, because, on the other side of the spectrum, Milk Cookie and Dinosaur met Ananas. And that's where they met up. And then, the main cookies, Ginger Brave and everyone else, met plebbing Lychee. And then that whole entire domino effect happened. But the last bit of this dialogue says, after unknowingly consuming some poisonous herbs and falling unconscious, Yugwa Cookie and Cookie find themselves in Herbville. They awaken with the apothecary? In the apothecary of Ginseng Cookie and Bellflower Cookie. While recovering, Yugwa Cookie wishes to learn more about the village and offers to help with Ginseng Cookie and Bellflower Cookie's efforts to gather medicinal herbs. So it kind of seems more like all of these kind of focus on the whole travel experience. Everything that happened before, well, I guess other than the second cutscene, because that cutscene showed more of arriving in the village, and that's kind of the very end moment. So in order, I'd say it's cutscene 1, then 3, then 4, then 2. I think that's all the cutscenes in order, because it's when they first started their journey, then it's they came across a house that had possessing ghosts, plumbing Yugwa Cookie passed out, and woke up in Herbville, and now they're both in the Yakgwa village, just doing their thing. So with that being said, now is a solid spot to end this video, because now I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my source media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Run YouTube set for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise so you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi, where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.